But financially, he's sound. He's got a nice home. It's paid for. I'm proud of what I did for Jesse and what Jesse did for me.
That's
I'm
awesome.
proud of what Nancy Gideon did for me and what I did for Nancy Gideon. These are the stories that people have got to hear. It's not always about how much money you make. It's about what you've done to make them leading citizens and great people that have passed on good things to other people. That's what boxing's all about.
That's awesome.
That's beautiful. I've never heard a trainer think of it that way and really measure the success of their fighters in terms of their life success and the career after boxing. So that's very, very cool to hear you say that.
Yeah, it's not always about the world champion. It's about the Bobby Chacones and the kids that the Nancy Gideons and the kids that had these wars. Freddie Pendleton, who had 18 losses. Freddie Pendleton ended up winning the lightweight title of the world. Those are the stories that people got to
There's
hear.
something you don't know about me, just I sparred probably 100 rounds with Freddie Pendleton in Miami, Florida. What was his trainer's name? He had the the guy, because they had a camp. I forget his name. He was a really good trainer.
I know who you're talking about. And you remember Freddie Pendleton when he knocked out Roger Mayweather?
Yeah.
And Roger killed him every day in the gym, but Roger didn't run at all for the fight. He thought he was going to kill him. I told him, this guy can punch.
Yeah.
And Roger was knocked out so bad his body was shaking.
Yeah.
Learned the lesson from that one.
Yeah. The times I was sparring with Freddie Pendleton was back in 1988 at the 5th Street Gym in Miami Beach. And he fought Sammy Fuentes in October, I believe, of 1988. And that was all because of all the sparring that we'd done. It was great.
That guy that managed him owned all those, what they call trailer courts and stuff like that.
Yeah.
In Florida.
Yeah, I remember that.
Money. Yeah. Freddie ended up finally getting with somebody that could really help him, and he ended up winning the world title. But boxing's not only about the straight A student.
No.
About that kid that's been shafted so many times that somebody finally took a liking to, that still had the skills, maybe didn't have the record, but he ends up showing other people that he's better than what they think he is.
And change it right around.
Yeah, you change their whole life.
Yeah.
And that's what our jobs are as trainers. Not only did I work with the top athletes, I would work with kids that's like a Johnny Black, a kid that was homeless that I found living in a trailer court out in his truck, trying to make it. And I ended up taking him on. He was, I think, had something like 7 or 8 losses. And he ended up today, he's got a nice little mechanic job. He's he worked with his dad was a drug addict, got him on drugs when he was young. He wanted to kill himself. And today he's a leading citizen and got a baby, living in Las Vegas. Those are the stories that people got to hear. That there's a lot of kids that we save, that we take to different types of things in life, and not only just through boxing, but on their just the character of who they are.
Yeah. Changes their lives,
It changes their lives.
Manny does a lot of youth work in our community as well.
Yes, I know, man. He's built like that. He's got a good heart. I'm a pretty good judge of character, and Manny is. Look at this. I mean, here we are all together talking some good things about boxing, and it's through Manny. And the relationship that we did have together.
And we met Manny, he did youth work with us when we were 15, 14 years old.
Yes.
That's true.
And so he, having a guy like that in the community was huge on the lives of kids like us, right?
Yeah, definitely.
It's a chain reaction.
Yeah,
absolutely. Trickle down.
One person and make them do the right things, and they end up passing it on. That's
the beautiful thing about life, Jesse. The beautiful thing about life, just being alive and being able to do stuff like that, and it's what else? What else do you live for, right? Like, I mean,
well, something. There is a God, and if you do the right things, the strongest word in the dictionary is love.
Yeah,
it's handled properly.
Right.
Love is a wonderful thing, and respect. And I think that's the things that Manny comes out of your heart. is the love for the sport and the love for the human being.
Yeah.
That you have a heart of a person that was a warrior, and you know both sides of it. So that's so important, and that's just made me successful. Is
That's
knowing,
awesome.
when you train somebody, you want to remember that when they're done boxing, that they're going to be okay.
Yeah.
Not they're going to be dead and buried.
Yeah.
I've always thought of what's going to happen to them when they're done boxing, because they're so used to the crowd and the cheering and the compliments and stuff. All of a sudden that's gone. And if you see that they can financially support themselves and take care of themselves, you've done a job. It's like old money. People that have old money are worth it. They've taken care of it. It's, it's just not just how you spend it.
Beautiful.
So life is a lot of lessons, but there's some good ones out there.
And the thing about boxing teaches a lot of those lessons. It's like a microcosm of life, Jesse. Like you're down on the ground, knocked out, and then you got to get yourself back up, just like in life, man.
It's the greatest life lesson there is. You got a broken nose, and either you want to quit or you want to say bullshit. I ain't letting nobody let the doctor stop this. I'm going to keep going.
Yeah.
That's the kind of heart you got. I want to go to war with that kind of a guy. I don't want to go to war with some guy that's running around the corner, hiding behind a tree. You want to have somebody that's got some balls, and really care.